What if the real test is not defeating your enemy, but becoming one? There was a night when David could have ended everything. One move, one strike, 1 second, and history would change forever. But that night, David was not fighting a giant, he was fighting himself. Before we begin, answer this. If someone tried to destroy your life, and you had the chance to destroy theirs, would you do it? Type yes or nitrogen monoxide in the comments. Be honest, because this story is about you too. The king was no longer just jealous, he was obsessed. Soldiers were sent, orders were clear. Find
Search every
him.
crevice.
David,
It must be here.
once a
Nothing
hero,
yet. The shadows
was
play
now
tricks.
hunted
Stay
like
alert.
an animal. He moved through caves, through wilderness, through silence. Every sound mattered. Every shadow could be danger. But something strange happened. People started following him, not because he had a crown, but because he had character. The broken came, the tired came, the rejected came, and David became their leader, not by force, but by heart. Comment trigger. Would you follow someone powerful or someone kind? One night, David and his men hid deep inside a cave. Quiet, still, then footsteps echoed. Closer, closer. A figure entered the cave. Torchlight flickered. It was the king, alone, unaware. The men whispered, "This is your moment. End it. Take the crown." David's heart pounded. Years of running, years of hiding, all could end now. He stepped forward, slowly, carefully. The king stood only steps away. This was the easiest victory of his life. But something felt heavy, not fear, responsibility. David raised his blade. The cave was silent, and then he stopped. Instead of striking, he cut a small piece of the king's robe, just enough to prove something, just enough to show mercy. He stepped back into the shadows. When the king left the cave, David stepped out, holding the torn cloth. "My lord," he called out. The king turned. David bowed. "I could have harmed you," he said, "but I chose not to." The men behind David were confused. Why show mercy to someone who shows none? Because David understood something powerful. If you win by becoming cruel, you still lose. The king saw the cloth, saw the truth. For a moment, he broke. Tears filled his eyes. "You are more righteous than I," he admitted. But listen carefully. That moment did not fix everything. It only proved something. David had passed the test. David still did not have the throne. He still did not have safety. He still did not have peace. But he had something greater. Control over himself. Many people can win battles. Few can win their own heart. That was the real secret. Not the stone, not the sling, not the crown. Self-control, faith, patience. That is what defeated every giant. Drop A if you believe. Character is stronger than power. Time passed. The king's strength faded. A kingdom trembled. And one day, a crown would finally be placed on David's head. But becoming king would bring new battles, bigger ones, because the greatest enemy was still ahead. And this time, it would not come from outside. Do you want part 4? The king's greatest mistake? Type part 4 below, because the next chapter may surprise you. Even heroes can fall.